search of a smile.
What? You don't have your headphones in yet. I was going to ask you how your levels were.
Got to warm this latex up before it goes in my ears.
Jesus. So is it too loud, too soft? You need it more?
Go up. Check.
Hello.
Better.
Let me play this
song. Nothing in my
song.
left. I might just be earwag.
Might be frozen. What about when I play a song? Good or bad?
Waddle the bottle. Everybody's doing the waddly waddle. Nice. What a great setup.
I guess we started since I played the theme song.
All right. We're in it.
Now, I have a button when I go like this. And they can't hear. So if you want to ever go, tell me and I'll push your little button.
Okay, do we need a signal? Do we need a throat clear signal? Because I've been having a rough... I had to play a wrestler in a recent Super Bowl commercial, not to brag, local only. Wow. And I played a professional wrestler, and over the afternoon of multiple takes going, that's the powerhouse! My entire throat now feels like it's shredded.
Well, I tend to...
Is there a way to raise this?
Yeah, you got to unscrew it and lift it up and then screw it again.
Here?
It's very temperamental, and it'll fall like 50 times.
Here?
Oh, there you go. And it's just going to keep falling, just so you know.
No, when I tighten it, it won't.
No, it will. It'll fall. Mine falls the whole time.
Check. All right.
All levels are suitable. Let me get something from you so I can look at the green line that goes up for you.
Check.
Whoa.
Microphone check. Green line check.
Whoa.
Checkity check. This is the signal. All right.
If you're listening on audio, you wouldn't have heard it, but he went. You might have actually heard it through my microphone. Probably should have done both.
Well, that's okay. It won't be as jarring not coming through this one. And I'm going to get you with a couple. Trust me. It's coming.
Well, the last time I had a guest, which was my first guest, I actually deleted my footage. So it was just on Officer Daniels the whole time.
Okay. Nice.
I'm looking at this. A little bit of your head's cut off. I'm wondering if I should get up and fix it, but we're already doing this. So,
What do you mean at the top?
just at the top where your hat is.
What if I do this?
What if you stay hunched over? I think that's what it was, is when I was setting it up, you were hunched over trying to get warm.
Probably. Better? Worse? Want me to get up?
It's good.
Want me to get up and push it a little?
It's right there at your head.
Here, I can.
This is going to be a debacle.
Hold on. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Rafe Williams getting up to fix the camera just to raise it up just a little bit. Oh, you can't do it like that or it'll break.
How's it look?
It's about the same. What you have to actually do is, see these little two screws here on the side? You have to unscrew them, and then it works as a sort of a lever type thing. There you go.
Leave it to beaver. Pull the lever.
Pull the lever. Leave it to beaver. Shiver me teeber.
Overachiever.
But people know that this podcast isn't perfect because they've watched, hopefully, the first 5, and they know that there's always a problem. Pulling his drawers up.
Pants up. Better? Worse?
That looks good.
Did it change at all? Be honest.
It did, like a millimeter, which is enough just to get the top of your head. We don't want people to miss out on your head.
I don't want to miss out on this red light.
And it works perfectly because he has his Kansas City Chiefs attire and then a very nice decorative red light behind him to give him sort of a glow.
It's beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stored Podcast. I'm Libbie Higgins. Today my guest is the one and only Rafe Williams.
Hello, everybody.
Wait, I got to play a sound when I say that. Welcome to the stage, Rafe Williams. Pretty cool, huh?
Real cool.
You ever been on a podcast where they have sound effects?
No. I've never been in studio before. This is really nice.
Oh.
You know, Most of the time it's like in a friend's house or something crazy, but this is like a professional studio, which is dope.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Can you verify that it is indeed a storage space and not a set?
Yes, it is very much a freezing ass cold storage space. I'm staring at multiple suitcases, some you picket Marshall's bags, some trash bags, what looks like a beef tenderloin wrapped in twine, but I think it might be some sort of bed padding and
moving blankets.
Moving blankets, okay.
That I bought to insulate and make this place soundproof.
Oh, not hung up though.
But as you can see,
in progress.
There's a highway right there. You can't see it, but you can hear it. They can't hear it on here. It's amazing.
Really?
I don't know how. The first episode, I was obsessed. I'm like, you guys can probably hear the trucks, and they couldn't. The only thing they can hear is when the guy next door is in there doing what I can only imagine is throwing axes.
You opened a podcast, and he on the other side he opened an axe throwing, like a bargain axe throwing storage space.
You have to make an appointment just to get in there and throw axes.
Yeah.
Wow, this is really
foosball table.
This is really fun, and when I have a guest on, since you're my third guest, the skeleton was my first guest.
Oh.
I always like to introduce them, and I like doing that by saying, introduce yourself.
My name is Rafe Williams. I am a bit of a comedic virtuoso. I do stand-up, improv, sketch. Sometimes I host MC events. Occasionally you'll hear me on the radio, and I'm also a plus-size male model. So,
whoa, didn't know that part.
Yeah, pretty big deal. But it's good to be here.
Rafe is one of my not only best friends, but best friends in comedy. We, as Tina always say, we grew up together in comedy. We came up together.
Mm-hmm.
You were doing it long before me. In fact, I went to an open mic at the Funny Bone that was not at the Westport, the other one, and saw you do your open mic, and I was blown away.
Was that the Valley Park location?
Valley Park. Because
R.I.P.
I spent a lot of times at open mics where I went for years before I did it, just to get courage.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I had to work my way up to signing up. And I think there might even been a sign up or two where I didn't go up.
I still do that. Did that one week.
They called my name and I just sat. They're like, no, Rafi? No, Rafi? All right, I guess you get a spot to somebody else. And I'm just like, gulp. But eventually I did it.
It's, open mics are scarier than doing a stadium. To me.
Well, yeah, at that point in your career, yeah.
No, now.
Oh, no, I would disagree with that. They feel a little more low stakes to me now. But it is hard when you're used to doing well. It could be like an ego check to do an open mic.
Oh, yeah.
To go up in front of 9 people that don't care.
To 9 people that are so jaded and have been in comedy for years and could care less about what you're saying. Even though when you're up there, you think they care and they're judging you. Really, they're not even paying attention.
No, they're scared. They're where you were 12 years ago.
And still today.
Yep. That's something you're holding on to.
That's what I hold on to a lot of fear, I'm finding out. In 5 episodes, I've determined that I hold on to a lot of fear.
I would agree with that. Knowing you, I would agree that you hold on to...
Stop.
Yeah, fear in comedy. Doubt. I think you're a doubting Thomas on yourself. Just on yourself. You're very supportive of others. You don't think so?
I agree.
If you're in doubt, today we're taking it to the dumpster.
And there's one right over there that we might be able to use.
There is.
I'm not clear on the rules of
I just saw a guy throwing one I'm pretty sure is a dead body in there.
Well, you can. How are they going to trace that?
I don't know, but it was the first time, from a movie, there was a rolled up rug with a really weird red stain on it, and it had a lump in the middle, and I'm like, that just looks like he didn't even try to hide the dead body. Like, it looks.
I wish you would have told me, because now not only do I have to go investigate the rug, I'm going to have to call the police on them, even though I didn't see them.
Don't call the police. He seemed like a nice fellow.
Well, nice people, I guess, kill people too.
He just seemed like a nice, hollow-eyed, hook-handed fella in a long black trench coat with a pentagram over his chest.
Did he have a cigar?
Yeah, he had 2 of them.
Wow.
Yeah. He was smoking out a bowl, and he's like, "Kid, don't tell nobody what you saw here today." He had one in his hook. He just like went right through, and the smoke was coming out the hole on the sides, too.
Did you hear this when you drove up? Nope, not that one. When he drove up, was that the sound you heard?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to call the police. It's not okay.
I think they were just doing B-roll for a movie.
But there were no cameras. I didn't see a cameraman out there.
Well, they got to practice. They got to rehearse B-roll.
I'm actually so cold that I can't laugh anymore.
I'm starting to warm up. You were right. Once we start,
You forget.
got me over here by the radiator. I also have on 4 coats, a scarf, glovies. Got a little blankie here for my legs.
Those aren't your real hands?
I mean, they are my real hands. They're just gloved.
I have another space heater over here, but yesterday when I turned it on, it smelled like it was on fire, so I had to immediately turn it off.
Okay.
So I have an electric blanket for myself. I can offer it to you.
No. I feel really good right now.
Okay, good. Do you feel comfortable?
I do feel comfortable. I feel like this is a very comfy chair.
You
Put
do?
me in. I do. It's armless, so I feel free.
Okay. That's
Feel
what I was
like
hoping
can
for.
Spread out. I don't feel closed in. You know.
I got it for myself, and I found that it hurt my back.
Oh,
So I got this one off of Amazon.
great.
Never know if I'm covering up my storage sign. Several times I've filmed and it says to rage. And that's a whole different podcast.
Did you have that made?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Pretty cool, huh?
I mean, it is a nice setup. It looks very nice in here.
I didn't get to put here. I'll do it, and then
I
you
didn't
do
get
it. He's clearing his throat. I should have done mine too. Next time I'll do mine.
That's okay. We're making progress.
So these are all heirlooms and relics, as I call them, that either people have given me or I've had and I can't get rid of. Thus, storage.
I see that. It's precious moments. My mom would like that.
Any really stand out to you?
Well, my mom is a big precious moments head. She's a big onion head. She likes them onion-headed kids. So all your precious moments stuff is really standing out to me. She's a big precious moments gal.
Well, this one here, someone made it because they know I love precious moments and wrote Slop City on it with the logo.
Wow.
Isn't that cute?
Wasn't made that way though, right?
No, somebody painted it on there
Very nice.
with probably a very small brush.
Your slop fans are for real. I like the, I'm assuming those are cheeseburger salt shakers.
Yes, those are from Crystal Burgers.
Very cool.
They sent those to me in a swag bag.
From your recent collaboration with them?
This was pre that. They sent me a box of swag.
Very cool.
And I was very lucky that I got those because I thought those were really cute. Do you also see what's behind me?
Kind of. It looks like a Christmas tree and a cat. Oh, that?
Not that far behind.
Yeah, that's tight.
Haven't shown this off yet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That is a 6-shooter with real bullets, salt and pepper shaker. I believe from a Love's gas station somewhere between here and St. Louis.
And the reason he knows that is because we had a secret Santa exchange, and this was the item.
Yeah.
And nobody tried to steal it.
Believe it or not, no one tried to steal that highly coveted Doc Holliday special edition revolvers. I like that they used regular sized bullets for clearly miniature guns. Those bullets would never go in that gun. Like we're gonna do mini replica guns, but we're gonna repurpose some real bullets.
What do you think the meeting was like for when they came up with this idea?
I don't know. That had to be a husband-wife combo, right?
No, imagine this, babe. A little wooden box, right? with 2 guns on each side
Okay.
to cradle the salt and pepper shakers. Then to top things off, we're going to have 4 real bullets.
Full-size bullets?
Full-size bullets
All right.
that would never fit in a miniature gun.
Well, that'll probably help us avoid lawsuits, I imagine. What about a nautical star? We're going to put a nautical star on there for some reason? Anywhere?
Just eat one on each side.
All right. Well, that seems like a good idea.
Then to top it off,
What's the theme we're going for here? Is it that violence is the spice of life?
don't be salty or you'll get one. Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, I'll pepper you with some cover fire. Pop, 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 pop. You know what? I think we're onto something here.
But make sure that on the top of the salt and pepper shakers, we put them both as the salt holes. They'll never know the difference.
Yeah, no one will care. I got a deal on all salt.
Good. All right. How much should we sell it for?
I don't know. Let me call my friend Brian Loves. Good friend of mine.
$19.99.
Was it on there?
Yes.
That's embarrassing. Now I feel very tacky. I didn't feel tacky about that gift until the tag was on it.
Were you secretly hoping that I got this because you knew that I would love this?
I definitely had you in mind. I thought maybe it would be a big hit. I thought maybe Paige, because she's so libertarian, might think it was funny and want it to go with her little cowboy hat match thing.
And she also loves miniature things.
She does.
She's a big miniature guy.
Big, skinny mini. Skinny miniatures.
As they called her in Mexico.
Skinny mini.
They're not ashamed to body shame you in Mexico at all.
Both ways.
Both ways. Whether you're thin or large. Although I feel like I got the good end of the stick down there because
You did. You were in high demand.
my booty was in high demand.
It was. There were a lot of Mexican dudes on the beach that wanted Mama's leche.
Mama was going to give them that leche.
Well, I tried. We all know I tried. I was a matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, and catch me a catch. And by catch, we mean all the boys that worked at the resort. I'm sure there was probably some sort of ethics, morals clause I was crossing, but...
And I'm sure that they were also crossing that clause by even entertaining Mama's leche.
Possibly.
Well, they were doing it for tips. That's what we know. But that's okay.
Your John Stamos bobblehead looks like Dennis from Always Sunny more than it looks like John Stamos, I think. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
He looks like the actor that plays Dennis in Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I've never watched that program.
If you look it up, you'll see that I'm 100% right. What's your favorite item behind you?
Man, there's so many items that I love. I think it's the book called Unicorns I Have Known.
Okay.
And
I would not have guessed that.
it is a book that has horses in it that look like natural unicorns.
Is that the original script to Hamilton? It's a very thick.
That's the book that Hamilton was based on. Oh, which one? The blue or this one on the left?
The big fatty.
They're both big fatties.
The big blue.
That's just like a fan book. It has like little pictures and stories that Lin-Manuel. See, if you look here in this book, it has horses
Those are narwhals.
made to look like real unicorns. And my friend had this book in 5th grade, and I wanted nothing more.
Did you think it was real?
I don't think at the time I thought it was real. I just know that I wanted it. And I didn't have it. So as an adult,
What do you think the big... It's very cool. But can I ask this?
uh-oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
What's the big deal about unicorns that gets everybody so wet and hyped up?
Well, what gets me wet about a unicorn is that I already like horses because horses are cool.
Okay.
Then you put a horn on it and it takes it up to the next level because it becomes mythical. Because I don't know if you're aware of this, but unicorns aren't actually real.
I am aware. I guess, Like, I get it when they have wings,
That's a Pegasus.
but that's not a unicorn. That's a Pegasus.
That's a Pegasus.
That was the point I was getting to.
Okay.
So just adding a horn, it seems like kind of a bullshit ad. I'm not going to lie to you. It seems kind of like, what's all the hubbub? What's all the fuss about unicorns? You put a horn on a horse. What does it do? Nothing. Still rides like a horse. The horn is there. It's decorative. I can't imagine it would be used as a weapon. I guess it could be.
I think it has to do with mating. The more beautiful their horn is, the more likely they're able to attract a mate.
Well, you've given this a scientific property. I'm just saying, I imagine, look, here's what I'll tell you. I like Siberian Huskies. Mm-hmm. And if you slap the horn on the nose of a Siberian Husky, I'm not going apeshit over that. You know?
You're not getting a tattoo of it.
I'm not getting a tattoo of it. I'm not going to have a Saturday morning cartoon, horned Huskies. It's just not happening. I'm a fan of a lot of animals. I can't think of another animal that if you slap a horn on it, it takes it to like the next level.
You're absolutely right. But I think that's what makes unicorns magical, because there aren't other animals that you can have a multiple uses. Except for the narwhal. What is it? Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
They all have horns, right?
Yep.
So there's no animal that has horns.
And nobody making a fuss about narwhals,
Right,
dude.
right. Nope.
Nobody.
And they should be. It's in the ocean and it has a very dangerous long horn.
Very much so. And it swims to the depths unknown. Wow. It could take you places that a horse can't. You know?
Yeah, you're right.
And maybe that was the deal. Maybe that's why they were in the water. Maybe they're aquatic. Maybe unicorns can go under the sea. And that's just a thing we don't know about them. I don't know.
Well,
I just don't.
I know that when we were in that submarine in Mexico fighting for our lives, that I didn't see any unicorns under the water.
I didn't see much under there. I saw some coral that I'm told is colorful in different lighting. It was mostly green. It was very cool. But maybe slap some different lighting on the sub, you know?
Did I ever pay you for that trip?
I don't know. If you haven't, it's too late.
I've
settled all the Mexico debts.
You said, I'll let you know.
I don't remember. We're good.
Well,
all my bills are paid.
That was a very fun little submarine trip. Very scary. Very fun.
You were scared?
Oh, I just knew that was going to be where I was going to pass away, die.
In a tiny sub?
In a tiny sub. And I just knew I wouldn't be able to get out.
I always assumed a sub would be involved in my death, but definitely the sandwich, you know, like never an actual
submarine.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to find out that I like choked on a cold cut trio or something one of these days.
Well, if I was there and you were choking, I would do the Heimlich because I know how to do it.
You would?
Yeah.
Nice. When did you learn that?
I learned it in health class in the 90s and also when I was in the Army.
That's something useful that you're holding on to.
Something useful I'm holding on to.
The Heimlich.
So I do need that.
Have you ever used it?
Not on a real person or animal.
So no.
No. Okay. I've done it on those dummies plenty of times.
Have you done it to yourself?
No.
Have you ever thought you were going to have to Heimlich yourself?
Yes.
Me too.
And it's...
How close did you get?
I mean, they say if you're coughing or talking, you're not choking. So I don't... And
I got all the way to the chair.
Really?
Yeah. And it went down. Didn't come up, went down, and hurt. It was a painful swallow.
How did your face look like this?
I don't know, probably. I don't know. I just like was at home alone, and I'm like, this is it. This is how I fucking die.
What were you eating?
And I want to say it was like a brat, but I think that's just what I think it should be, and it was probably something dumber than that. What was I eating? It might have been just like, honestly, just like a big bite of a sandwich that I did not chew properly. I think I was super hungry, and I was just like eating a sandwich. I think I want to say it was like a hard salami sandwich now that I'm thinking about it. And I was just like, nope. chewed it 3 times, and like, you know, when you're kind of dry and that bread turns into like a bread ball and it gets pretty tacky. I went to swallow, and I think I was like moving it around in my mouth, and it just went down, and it got glunk, stuck, and I was like,
I'm not laughing.
and then
Nobody was there though.
no one was there. I was just like, and then like, you ever choke on something where it like starts to hurt, kind of like in your breastbone?
Yeah.
That's where I was at. It was like stuck right here, and then it moved down just a little, and it got. I could feel it like right behind my breastbone, where I'm like, and I got over to the, and I was doing those like hard, dry swallows to try to like snake it down like a snake that ate a rat.
Oh.
And I got all the way over and was like up against the thing, like feeling like where to push, and I felt it like slowly, just like.
I've had experiences like that I've still been. I could tell I was breathing. I wasn't going to die from not breathing, but I've had stuff that's been in there that's hard and hurts. And
Oh yeah. It felt like the food version of. Do you ever like go down a hot metal slide when you were a kid?
Oh yeah.
Where your like skin, you just stick to it.
Your skin is actually leaving behind you on the.
Yeah, or it's just like you go down a slide that has it has no lubrication. Like you go down it, and you're like got short shorts on, so your skin hits it. It's like.
That's what that food was doing?
Yeah, down my trachea. It was just going slow, and I was just like,
So then.
And then I was mad and embarrassed because I was like, God, dude, imagine if that's how you died.
But did you finish the sandwich after that?
Yes.
Okay.
It didn't scare me away to like to throw the sandwich away. Yeah, no. Or waiting till someone I need a witness when I eat.
Just in case.
Hey, can you spot me while I eat this sandwich? I went to the gym, but I didn't work out. I was like, hey, man, can you spot me over here?
While I eat this hard salami.
I'm going to go hard on this hard salami. I had it stacked up. I know what I did. I stacked like 5 or 6 slices, and that hard salami is very
thick,
and it can coagulate, and I probably put like 2 or 3 slices of that, you know, that good American cheese, not Kraft, not the singles. No.
Like a deli.
Like a deli slice.
Yeah.
Mayo, bread and butter pickles. Oh, yeah. I went all in. Bread and butter pickles, probably tomato. It starts getting to that Dagwood level, that Bill Cosby, R.I.P. level of like sandwich, you know, like a cartoon thickness where you're like, you can see your teeth marks all the way down it. So I probably had like taken it and smushed it and packed it real tight so I could fit it in my big fat mouth, you know.
And that fucking salami was just like
yeah, dude. It was like
eating a wax candle.
Pretty much, yeah. I swallowed a pair of those wax lips that you used to get in vending machines.
What about the wax bottles that had little drinks, little Kool-Aid in it?
I do kind of remember those. Was there actual juice in them?
Mm-hmm. You could buy it off the top, and you'd always eat the wax, even though the wax was disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, why are we eating this?
It really was gross. Were we supposed to?
I think so. I don't know.
I don't think we were. I think we just did.
We were just poor kids that wanted candy, and that's what we got.
Yeah. I was like, this is close enough.
That was a treat, though, getting those wax things.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we used to go to Revco. I don't even know if those things exist anymore. That was like the old Walgreens was called Revco.
We didn't have those.
Put a quarter or a dime in the clanky clank, and then get a sticky hand. It'd work about 4 times before it was covered in disgusting
dog hair, cat
soot,
hair. Yep.
Whatever. But I wanted it every time.
A sticky hand. They always tricked you, though. They'd put the biggest, best toys on the little display.
Oh, yeah.
And you'd get like a little bitty ring that would hurt your finger.
I just did a comedy show in Indianapolis at like this punk rock bar, and they had those machines. It was like kind of 80s themed. So it had like big console TV playing some, I don't remember, the Silver Bullet. Remember that movie?
Yep.
So that movie was playing, and I went back in the green room, and they had those machines with stickers from Alf and the A-Team. And I was like, are there stickers in here? For real? And they're like, I don't know. I don't think anyone's ever tried to get anything out of those. So I got $10 in quarters, and I got some vintage A-Team.
Whoa.
1985. They had the TM 1985. It's just like pictures of Mr. T being like, "Urgh." Or
I pity the fool.
Or just like still shots from Alf where he's like, "I kill me." But it was kind of cool. There was a little part of me that was excited. Like that nostalgia kicked in where I was like, man, I'd have killed because I have money now.
Was it one of those machines where you put it in, it kind of rolls out, kind of
Yep.
like?
It comes out in between
wow.
two pieces of cardboard.
Yes. Wow.
So a piece of cardboard would come out, so you got the extra surprise of opening the cardboard to see what was in it. There was one with the whole team. There was one with, I got Mad Dog Murdoch.
I was just going to ask you if you knew all their names.
Oh, yeah. Face, Murdoch, Hannibal, and B.A. Baracus.
Wow.
Yep.
What's the theme song? You remember?
To the A-Team?
Yeah.
Ba 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 da ba 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 da 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 heavy guitar riff. Love that show.
That was an extra long theme song. I didn't realize how long it was.
Well, don't ask for it if you don't want the whole enchilada.
I just didn't realize it was so long. I mean, I was ready for it every week.
I used to win money in the Army doing 80s and 90s theme songs.
Really?
Over the radio on the gun line at night.
Wow.
That's how bored people were.
What if I hit you with a couple and we see how good you are?
Okay. Let's try it.
Let me get it
I'll
ready.
be honest, I'm not as good as I used to be, but let's try it. This could
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Will Rafe Williams know this theme song? Let's get it going. Will he know these theme songs, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to give him 5 theme songs. If he gets all 5, he gets a special prize.
I get to take one item off of the storage shelf.
He has to get all 5, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready?
Yeah. What a segment.
Let's see. Family ties.
What would we do, baby, without us? What would we do, baby, without us? And there ain't no nothing we can't see each other through. What would we do? Sha-na-na-na. Remember that part?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that was really incredible.
That was a good one.
All right.
It'd be better if my voice wasn't fucked up. It would be way more on key, but that's fine.
So far, folks, he's got 1 out of the 5. Will
One
he
for
get
one.
all 5?
I'm looking at you, Chris Gaines' greatest hits.
No, you ain't taking that.
What if we put a horn on Chris Gaines? That would make him more magical.
It would. He'd probably cry, though. All right. I'm going to hit you with Three's Company.
You know what I'm talking about? Where they can't come with that organ?
Yes.
Went down, coming knock on our door. Take a step that is new. It's hers and his. Three's Company too. Why not now? Come and dance on our floor.
Come and dance on our floor.
Take a step that is new.
Take a step that is new.
That impossible place that feels that grace. Three's Company too. And Don Knotts is also in it.
Ladies and gentlemen, looks like he's got 2 out of 5.
2 for 2. That was, but I don't even know if that was the 80s. But enough reruns were on. I was safe.
He got that one, even though he said it wasn't from the 80s.
I don't know. I just now noticed that Chris Gaines CD says greatest hits. As if
There are other Chris Gaines songs.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever heard a single song off of it.
Oh, I wish I could play them here.
Any good ones? Or are they bad?
There's a couple on there that are so good.
Oh, hit the button.
I hit mine too that time.
Nice. I think it was supposed to be a movie.
It was.
And then they pulled out the movie and made Garth look like a real piece of shit.
Right. But it has some really good songs on it.
I believe it. All right. What am I, 2 for 2?
Number 2. Well, let's go to number 3, folks. We're thinking of 80s TV shows here, and I can't even think of any. How about... that's from the 70s. I was going to say MASH. That doesn't have any lyrics to it.
Suicide is Painless.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do it as a bee. This is MASH, as sung by a bumblebee.
'Cause suicide is painless. It doesn't bring any changes.
Wow, you know the words.
The only reason I know the words is because my sister played that song on the flute at a talent show in Catholic school.
One of the mortal sins, was that the theme?
I don't know. It was just like popping.
This is a song about something Jesus doesn't want you to do. Called Suicide is Painless.
Oh, okay. I can't. I have to think of another one. I can't have you talk anymore. Can it be a cartoon too, or just a
We could try a cartoon. I think we're getting out of genre, but I'm pretty confident in my skills.
Let's do He-Man.
Oh.
Do they even have a song?
It was like, the song was him being like, by the powers of Grayskull, I am He-Man. And then it does have a song. What is it? This is a free one because it's not a
I
sitcom.
think that would count anyway.
Prince Adam. It was like, they had like a thing over. It's like, the mild-mannered Prince Adam by day was invested with a magical skull and turns his cringing, cowardly cat into Battle Cat. And it's just like, they just talked about Masters of the Universe. I'm sure it did have music, but I don't remember the tune.
Well, I have one for you. I
Okay.
have the next show. Facts of Life.
Okay.
Not the spinoff, just regular old Facts of Life.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. The facts of life. When the world doesn't seem to be living up to your dreams, and suddenly you're finding out the facts of life are all about you. Ba-da-da, you. Woo. Love that show. Who's your favorite?
Joe.
Me too. Big Joe guy here.
Big Joe guy, probably because I am partially a lesbian, so I didn't know.
Yeah, was she a lesbian? You think she was like,
I think so.
do you think that's what she was?
I think she was all about, like, Blair. Like, she wanted to bang Blair.
Wow. That'd be a cool reboot.
Blair and Joe.
Here's the facts of life. Gay people. Okay?
Gay people exist, okay?
Gay people have been on TV for a long time. Okay?
Okay. Right under our noses. We knew it, but we didn't know it. How about, I'm trying to think about some of my favorites. You already did,
Where am I at? Am I 4 for 4?
yeah, 4 for 4.
With He-Man as a little caveat.
How about, and I don't endorse what Bill Cosby did, but The Cosby Show.
He had a couple too. Remember, he changed a couple times. They changed the dance.
Yeah,
That was the original one, though. The one I just did.
Just
No words.
Just as a bonus, do you know The Greatest American Hero?
Yeah, I love that show, dude.
So great.
Channel 11. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. And with God, I could be so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer.
Ooh,
It's me. Believe it or not, it's just me. Wasn't that an episode of Seinfeld?
Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Rafe Williams got all 5.
For 5.
That means he gets to take anything he wants from the store space that's on that side of the room.
We're giving away 2 tickets to Metallica.
He can have some
it's
moving
this.
blankets.
I gotta go to this side of the room.
He can have some old clothes.
I want that luggage.
He can have the luggage, folks.
I'll take this heater.
Will he pick any of the pots and pans that are over there? We don't know, folks. Quit looking at the Chris Gage CD because you ain't getting it out.
Look at them purple skates.
You can have the skates, I guess.
Were you a big skate head back in the day?
I didn't remember what the sound was. I bought those skates to do an OnlyFans shoot, and I haven't done it yet.
Oh. Far less innocent than I had thought.
But I did love skating back in the day.
Yeah.
Loved skating.
And getting fucked right after.
Right after. No, because I spoke maybe on the first podcast about how I never got picked for couple skate.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think I did either.
Like, I looked so cute in my little skating outfit, and no boys picked me because I looked like a boy. They probably thought I was another dude.
Well, Joe would have picked you.
Joe?
Joe from Facts of Life.
Joe would have picked me.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Joe McIntyre from New Kids on the
Oh,
Block.
he would have picked you, yeah. I had to hide my first erection publicly in a skating rink.
Your first public erection?
First public uncontrollable erection was Paula Abdul's Cold Hearted Snake video was on. They had like, our skating rink had like the big screen and would play music videos as you went around. It was like the only feature of this skating rink. It was a real dog shit place.
How were the floors? Terrible?
I mean, sticky carpet. They're exactly what you'd think they would be.
Some
They're
of the
old.
Some of this wood on these skating rinks were enough to, if you get caught wrong, your life's gonna end.
Ours wasn't wood. It was like
Linoleum looking.
no, it was almost like solid concrete.
Whoa!
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that treated. It was gray.
Was it soft looking?
No, it was hard as fuck. Like if you fell down, it was almost felt like it was like a concrete that had been laminated with something. But it was solid.
It sounds
There were
dangerous.
lines in it though. So like when you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
almost like, so you'd go and there'd be like a line. You had to go over like a sidewalk almost, and it'd be clack clack. You hear like, but it was, you could get flying on it. It was a good. It definitely wasn't wood.
How did you stop?
I had the little front things.
So
I mean,
you-
for the
you
most
used
part,
those.
I stopped like.
I stopped by slamming myself into the side.
Yeah, that was a lot mostly.
Just bam, and then I would just go out the little.
I would just go out the door and let the carpet slow me down and be like,
Exactly.
and then hit my ass on the bench and try to.
Be cool. Going to the bathroom in your skates was one of the hardest feats. I thought.
I don't even know if I ever tried that.
They always had those little doors, and you'd have to hold onto the door to get down on the toilet.
Yeah.
Even as a child, when I was much more flexible, it was a different. Your feet are just going like this, and you're trying to use the toilet.
I could see that. I just remember there were two poles in the middle, and I was skating around, and like, if you guys haven't seen Paula Abdul's Cold Hearted Snake video, I would argue it's still one of the most sexual videos ever made. Do you remember it?
Nope. Is there a lot
It's
of
like
smoke
her
in
being
it?
like, it's just like her and a bunch of hot people, and she's like, he's a cold-hearted snake, and she's like on all fours and like humping the floor.
Whoa.
And then it's like the part where she goes, cold-hearted snake. And it's just like she's in got a little captain's hat on, a little tight dress.
Wow.
Ruby's out.
He thinks life's a candy store. He's been trick-or-treating. Then he calls you up to see if you've been waiting by the phone.
And you're just,
Whoa.
I just remember being up against the pole like, I got to stay here for a minute.
Mom, what's going on down below?
Yeah, that was like not where you want to get caught. And I didn't go to the skating rink for many years, and then I went back for a 10-year-old's birthday party. And I watched a 10-year-old girl's dad try to show off at his 10-year-old daughter's birthday party that he had skate skills from back in the day, like a 40-year-old dad. And he was like skating backwards and doing some jumps, kicking his feet out, and he slipped and broke his hip. Dislocated his hip to the point that like they had to bring an ambulance. They had to cart him out, dude. At his own daughter's party.
Did he do the duck where you put your leg out in front? One leg's kind of up and you're like,
oh yeah, he was doing all the moves.
wow.
I mean, he was good, but time caught up with him, and he took the corner like he was doing that like speed skate around the corner. You know where they
the
lean?
feet are just effortless.
Yeah, they're pushing the feet out and leaning, and
Right.
he went too far, and he just he fucking Marv from Home Alone it, and then he just goes.
And the girl was probably like, Dad, you ruined my birthday.
Oh, dude, I bet they still talk about it at their home.
Are you in contact with these people? I'd love to get an update.
I could get in contact with them. It wasn't like a close friend.
I mean, if you could possibly call them and give us an update, because these people are going to want to know what happened.
I can get a hold of him. I'll find out. Can I say his name? Should I not say his
name?
name?
Oh, say his name.
Greg Burner. Are you out there, Greg? Do you remember this, Greg? When you took a spill at your daughter's and he got carted out on an ambulance and ruined the whole party? I'm sure it's come up at Thanksgiving or two around your house. So, Greg, why don't you call us on the hotline? 1-800-FREESKATE. 1-800-FREESK88. Free skate.
Free skate. I was going to give him the number to this voicemail, but I can't remember it right now.
Oh, if you really have one, that'd be hilarious. Dude, what if he actually was watching and he called?
I think it's...
That'd be awesome.
I don't know what it is. Wouldn't that be a small world kind of thing where it's like, how am I watching this podcast? That guy's talking about me. Wait, that sounds like my life.
I know. Sometimes I like to do that when I'm on the radio or just anything. Like really get specific in the hopes that one person's like stoned in their car. Like, talking to you, Michael Duncan. That's right. Michael Duncan driving a Toyota Corolla down the interstate right now, thinking about your job as an Amazon delivery driver. Now, if there's a...
What?
Yeah, if he's out there for a second, he got freaked the fuck out.
Oh, I would love if somebody would do that to me.
Really?
Yeah. If it's something good. If it's something bad, don't remind me.
Okay.
I was going to say the first guy that I ever French kissed, but he has passed away, so it wouldn't be him.
Wow. First guy you Frenched is...
Gone.
He's gone.
He was in the parking lot of a Boys to Men concert and was got in some sort of fight.
They just played in St. Louis. Oh, what? Wait.
At River when it was Riverport.
He got killed at a Boys to Men concert?
In the parking lot. That's what kind of badass I French kiss.
I thought you Frenched him at a Boys to Men concert.
No, he got killed there. I Frenched him in his home.
Dude, how do you get killed in a Boys to Men?
He got in a fight. We grew up in North St. Louis, and it was rough down there. So
yeah,
we grew up rough, and I guess he got in a fight with somebody and ended up getting shot. But that's not the important part of the story. The important part of the story is my two friends, Rhonda and Kathy, came to school and we were playing Foursquare, and they were like, we French kissed Mike yesterday. And I was like, what do you mean you French kissed? What you need? The buttons?
Do it.
They said, yeah, we French kissed Mike yesterday. I'm like, first of all, why wasn't I invited?
And we.
Yeah, they both, didn't do it together. So I'm like, well, I have to go over there today to French kiss too. But the stipulations were, it was a truth or dare situation. And the dares, no one was going to do. One of the dares that I got when I French kissed Mike, his name was Mike Higgins, not a relative, I think, was to put his baby hamsters in my mouth. And they were hairless.
So what?
So that was the choice I had. Either French kiss Mike or put the baby hairless gerbils or hamsters or whatever they were in my mouth.
Oh, that doesn't seem like a truth of any kind. That just seems like pick between two dares.
We just had dare. It was called truth or dare. But it was really just dare.
Oh.
Because we actually wanted to kiss, but you can't say that.
You had to like load something else up.
When you're in sixth grade, you can't be like, yeah, I want to kiss him.
Okay, like we'll play a guess. Either kiss Brittany or kill your parents.
I guess kiss.
Let me think about it.
So yeah, I had my first French kiss in sixth grade.
Sixth grade.
Dude, it was grody. It was a lot of saliva.
Yeah. I had my firstie fifth grade.
Whoa.
Maybe fourth. With a seventh grader.
Early bloomer.
I did, I dressed up like Pee Wee Herman for the school talent show and did the tequila dance. I got like a suit and a bow tie and did like this is peak Pee Wee.
Wait, they let you do that at a school?
Yeah, no, I was like up, like it was killed. And Rebecca Wisely was like, sent a note over to me in the lunchroom via a different. I was like, Rebecca wants you to be her boyfriend.
Whoa.
And I was like, yeah. Rebecca was like the first girl with boobies, and they were biggins.
Whoa.
Sweet gal. But I got into a high-stakes game of spin the bottle that I was not sexually ready for. Same kind of thing. Like, it wasn't high stakes, dude. So I've been there. It's so scary, too. Like, now it's like no big deal, but in that time in your life, it is so fucking frightening.
Because you've never done any of those things.
Yeah.
You don't know if you know how to do them.
You don't.
You don't.
And that's the kind of stuff you hang on to, that kind of shame. Speaking of storage, the storage podcast, it's stored back there somewhere.
That's what you're storing back there, shame?
Well, at first it was cool because it was like, well, first of all, there was like a ton of 7th grade boys who were in love with her, who were just sitting at this party watching her sit with me, salty as fuck about it. I'm very young. I might have been fifth and 7th, but I wasn't in middle school yet, and they were all middle schoolers.
Oh.
And I went to a girl's birthday party, and they did a seance.
Always with the seance.
Always a seance, you know? And it was like, I felt bad because this one kid's mom had died, and like, I don't know if it was a prank or if I saw something supernatural, but he asked if his mom was there, and then somebody like thumped on the wall twice, and he like started crying. This is like a guy that beat the shit out of everybody. And we got to see his softer side, and I was like, I feel like whatever just happened was fucked up, but
He was obviously covering up a lot of pain. He
was. So then after we freaked him out with his dead mom, we commenced to a high-stakes game of spin the bottle, and it got dicey. Like, how crazy did yours get?
I mean, it was just mostly kissing. We never said like...
No one's like, rubber pussy.
No, none of that.
Yeah, we did. Bunch of fucking sociopathic little white trash kids. Because it started fine. It was like, I dare you guys to kiss, to French kiss. And then we did, and it was like so much spit and gross. Like, it was just disgusting. Because it's like her tongue, I felt like her tongue was using my like uvula for like a speed bag. Just like, and I was like, she baby birded me. But I was so excited. I was just like, whoa, dude. That's the first time anyone else's tongue had been in my mouth. Which is
besides your own.
Besides my own.
Right. Because your whole life you just had it was your tongue.
My tongue.
The whole life.
Barely noticed. Second tongue gets in there. Guarantee this, you're going to notice. And it is it is such an alien thing the first time it happens to you. You're like, oh my God, that's crazy. You're like trying to play it cool, but you're like, she's like beating around your molars.
Oh, shit.
I can't wait to tell him.
If I was going to French kiss you and you were looking like that, I would have been terrified.
It's so funny. I guarantee that's what it felt like. I don't know what I looked like. I just eyes closed, hoping no one was looking, probably. Are you having a good time? Are you having a good time in there? Did I put my knee on up? I'm trying to remember like what my move was at the beginning. If I was like, if I like, was my move. What was your first French move? Did you go all in, swirl?
My big move wasn't with the tongue; it was with the head going like this.
So you just like made it look good.
Yeah. I'm French kissing.
Bite the man.
Can't you tell from behind how I'm French kissing?
I feel like we were like. I don't think I went all in, and like she was doing the like. like this. I was just like, ah. Felt like she was sucking my soul out of my body, dude. And I think I was going for a little more of a nuanced, like, okay. I treated it more like double Dutch, you know, like I let her do her thing and I just looked for my spot to get in there and be like, hey, my name is Rafe. I'm going to marry Chucky. We're going to have 4 children. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then get out.
My stomach hurts. Did you guys put your arms around each other?
We were like on a couch under a blanket, much like this. So it was like, and then they were like, I was like, okay, that was cool. That was actually cool. That's what I was hoping was going to happen. But that was like where I wanted it to stop.
Right.
And then they were like, they spun it a few more times and it landed on us again. And then it's like, there was like an older kid, it was like an 8th grader, but it was like his second go around, his second tour in 8th grade, you know? So he should have been like a freshman in high school. He had to be like a 16-year-old 8th grader or some shit, you know?
That's thus the high stakes spin the bottle.
That's when it got dicey, yeah. And he was like, go outside and suck a bunch of hickeys on Rebecca's neck. And I was like, okay. Thankfully, we let us go outside. So I didn't have to do it in front of everyone.
Right.
And, dude, this girl came to school Monday. I mean, I didn't know what to do. I was just like, all right, I got to give her a hickey. So I just like, like latched on with my teeth and was like, the opposite. It was like the two opposites of like, to be like, my turn. And I'm sucking her soul out of her neck. She sucked mine out my mouth. I sucked it back out of her through her neck. Immediately, she had like bruises on her neck, just like big, greasy.
Was she proud of him?
Yeah, I mean, she wore like the turtleneck to school, you know.
But it's like, oh, look.
Oh, they're poking out. Did the teachers see?
I don't want it to fall down and have my mom see it.
But that made me uncomfortable because I was in 5th grade and I was like, oh God, this is getting serious.
I'm not ready for this.
And I'm like, all right, they still think I'm cool. All the older kids think you're cool. What a night for you, Rafe. What a night. And then the third thing, he was like, well, I knew shit was getting dicey.
Do anal.
Pretty much. I do anal. Like, oh, okay. I bent over and she fucked me up the ass. I knew it was getting dicey because they spun the bottle. And then one of the dares was like, rub Connie's pussy. Rub her pussy hair. And it was like such a weird thing. It was a very specific thing. And they're like, go on, Rick, rub-a-dub-dub. And then, like, the guy's like, puts his hand on her pants and, like, rubbed her pussy hair. And I was like, oh, this is not good. We're working our way up. We're already past where I'm comfortable with. And then, like, they got on us and they were like, Rafe, dare you finger Rebecca?
Oh,
and I'm
God.
like, finger her in front of, first of all, in private, I'm not. You want me to just finger her while you guys watch? We finger her. And I was like, dude, that moment time slowed down, and my mind was racing. And I was like, I am not. And, you know, she was just like, I don't think she was comfortable with it either.
But she was mad.
She was willing to go along with it if I was going to go for it. And I just was like, I can't do this, man. I'm not ready. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm not going to finger this girl under a blanket in front of a bunch of people. Like, this is crazy. I'm in 5th grade, dude. I, like, played with my fucking Ninja Turtles this morning. That's a big crossover in your life, right? To, like, have the Ninja Turtle party van shooting pizzas at the shredder in your bedroom in the morning and then be finger fucking a girl in the afternoon. That's a pretty big crossover in life.
Oh, shit.
So I was like, I can't. I would, but I can't. And he's like, why not? And I was like, well, I got to go home tonight. And, you know, my mom always wants to hug me goodnight, and I don't want her to smell my finger. Dude, they just immediately they're like, oh, smell my finger. And just started getting fucking roasted. I've insulted her inadvertently, you know, like I didn't know any better. I just thought that was like a way out. Now inadvertently I'm saying she's got a stinky pussy they're roasting me and roasting her for me roasting her. And I'm like, oh, no, this has gone sideways.
Was there one guy that was in charge of making up all the things?
Pretty much. It was Ricky Barnes, who was like the older. He was like a prick.
I wonder what he's doing. Ricky Barnes?
I know. I mean, he's all right. But at that
You
point,
know him?
I do know him, yeah. I mean, like, not well.
Can you give
not
him a number?
Best buds or nothing.
Sound like he's down for a good time.
He was just like a wild kid, man. Like, he's the guy that would like turn on the drop of a hat, just beat the shit out of you. You know, he's kind of the bully.
Ricky Barnes. You ever call him Richard?
Oh, he probably beat the shit out of you for it. He was an okay guy. It was just like, you know, we were kids. Everybody's got their own shit. He probably had, you know, he had shit going on at home, I'm sure, as did I.
No telling what he had going on.
Who knows? Who knows what his storage was?
Yeah, his storage could have been.
But I just remember I walked home from that party just like, oh, you were on. You flew too close to the sun, dude. You were on the cusp of like. I was the envy of my class. Everyone's like, "You're going to a junior high party tonight at Connie Shively's house," and I'm like, "Guess so." Pretty cool. Only one there that wasn't in middle school or that hadn't, you know, that was younger than middle school. I blew it for the whole class because I walked home, and then when we got to school Monday morning, I kind of anticipated, but a note came early.
Oh, no.
The breakup note came early from a friend. It was like, Rebecca's like done with you, so she just wanted you to know you're broken up now. And I was like, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I embarrassed myself pretty hard.
But you did the right thing.
Yeah. I probably could have come up with a better reasoning, but that's all I had.
You could have told them you didn't have any hands.
I would have been like, I would, but
no hands, bros. Look at me. Not a hand to be seen.
Yeah.
My hands are gone.
Yeah. In hindsight, I should have just done something funny, but I was trying to be like taken seriously, you know. I was trying to be funny when I was like, I can't, you know.
You could just say, how about I stick my own finger up my own butt?
Yeah, I was like, I would, but I already did.
Yeah, I put my finger in a pussy earlier.
So, yeah, that was, things were just out of hand back then.
And all that started because you slayed as Pee Wee Herman on stage.
Yeah. Did the Pee Wee dance. And I had a big adventure after that. And didn't end well.
Well, I'm glad that it happened because it brought you to where you are now, which
true.
is
That's true.
You know, maybe if that hadn't happened, you wouldn't be the amazingly hilarious, successful career comedian that you are.
That's possible. Everything is a foundational building block of our core personality at some point. But you can also you also have to be able to let some stuff go.
Like what?
Well, I mean, all kinds of, I mean, I'm sure that for a while I was just like, there's like embarrassment and shame and stuff involved in that, where I was just like, I was scared, I was immature, and then I felt stupid, and then I felt like everyone was making fun of me, like, oh, you know, and that shit fucks you up when you're that age. Mm-hmm. Even though now it's like laughably silly.
Right. But as a kid, it's
in that moment, business. I was like, oh my God, my life is over. I was just lucky that I wasn't in junior high. So it didn't like follow me.
Right.
I had a year. I mean, there was like plenty of guys who was like, hey, oh, my finger. You know, for a couple of weeks. I definitely got that a little bit, but it didn't stick.
So that kind of blew over, and then that's when you wore your denim.
That was years later.
Denim duster to school.
I did do that. That stuck for a while.
Is that joke on your album?
No.
So I won't go into that, but
it's in the new hour. It's actually called the Denim Duster Tour. I just had a poster made.
Whoa.
The Denim Duster Tour 2023.
Does it have it like blowing up behind you and like some?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I just gave the guy the basic art direction, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it turns out to be.
Well, you can find Rafe Williams comedy all over by typing in his name. You want to tell them all your links. See, this is a lazy podcast where I make the person work. I just sit over here.
My handle is I am Rafe Williams. IAMRAFEWILLIAMS on all socials, which makes it easy. TikTok,
TikToks,
Instagram, MySpace,
Facebook, email, GoFundMe.
No, not email, and not Venmo. Venmo is Rafe-Williams at Venmo. Hit me up. And yeah, you can Google me and YouTube me, and Libbie and I just did Stand Up on the Spot. Go watch that.
Yep.
That was a really fun show.
I've been talking about that because that really brought a lot of emotional stuff out of me.
Why?
It just was hard and it was scary, and then I didn't want anybody to see it, and then people saw it, and they're like, we like it. What's wrong with you? And then I'm like, what is wrong with me? Why can't I ever just like anything?
That was really good.
Well, part of the problem is I was trying to base it on the fact that, I know how to do comedy, but going up there and not having anything, it's very scary, and I feel like I could have done better. But then I'm like, be easy on yourself. You did as well as you could.
You did.
And you killed it.
I had a good set. I'm proud of the set. It was fun.
It was really great. Yeah, go check that out. We're on there together. I mean, there's just so much like stuff of Rafe in my old content. We used to do Carla and Ronnie together, which is hysterical.
Yes, find those.
Yeah, go hit them up.
I'd like to see that come back. I am lobbying for that to come back.
I would love it. Everybody wants Carla to come back. And when my back starts hurting like this and I look at the timer, I know that it's time to go.
All right.
But I want you to tell me something that you want them to know before we go. You tell them, give them a plug, give them
Okay, March 11th at the Wildy Theater in Edwardsville, Illinois.
Whoa.
I am doing a theater show. I did one last year, recorded a special there.
Whoa.
Last year, Libbie and Tina were on that show.
We were on that.
It was an impromptu thing. I didn't even know it was going to be a special, and I just it came together last minute. And that'll be coming out soon, too. I don't know where. Netflix just passed on it, which is fine. I love Netflix. And HBO's taking a little gander, but it's probably going to be on YouTube. And when it comes out, I will be making my much more famous friends share it on their socials, so maybe people will actually see it. Because I have 220 YouTube subscribers.
Well, that's better than 0.
You're right. Silver lining. But I'm doing another show there on March 11th. This one's just a regular show. It's the Denim Duster Tour. I've already sold 220 of the 320 tickets.
Whoa!
So there's 100 tickets left. Go be one of the lucky folks that gets to hear the new hour I've been working on. It's really good. I'm really proud of it.
Working hard. The guy who doesn't have a lot of fear about writing because he writes all the time. Every day. I got up this morning, 7 a.m., maybe it was 9, I don't know, sitting at the table, writing.
Sitting at the table, just writing my thoughts down.
And I thought the most interesting part of it was he was writing on a yellow legal pad. There's no way in hell I could ever write on one of those. The lines aren't big enough, and you have to fold it over the top.
Yeah. I do get annoyed sometimes because I'll write in them, and then they'll get worn out, and the front pages start falling off.
Oh, then people get your jokes and steal them.
I have a journal. I was writing something else. I was keeping track of something else on that. But
wow.
Feels official.
Guess we'll never know.
That's it. That's all I got. What did we get to today, though? I know your back hurts. I know we're signing off.
What did we get to?
The contextual clues. Well, you said every episode you've unpacked something that you're holding on to. And I feel like we found out some things that I was holding on to. Right. Theme songs. Television being my nanny growing up. Rebecca Wisely. And an erection from Paul Abdul. We found out about your Boyz II Men kiss. You don't feel any sort of responsibility that he got shot at a Boyz II Men concert.
0.
So that's good. You're not holding on to that.
I'm not. This week, I'm still stuck in that holding on to writing new material is too scary for me to do, so I don't do it.
Well, you've been writing.
I have been writing, so I'm letting go of that a little bit, but I'm not taking the next step and going to the open mic. Well, I did go to the open mic, but I didn't perform.
This is the Third Coast one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, And I explained it as like, I'm not scared of writing the new material. I'm scared of taking the new material and having to start from the beginning because that's scary.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say about that. Recording a special was really scary because I knew that material worked. I had an hour that worked pretty well. Mm-hmm. And I knew that if I recorded it, I didn't have much else. And it was scary to have to start from that ground zero. Like your first open mic where you're like, I hope this joke works. But it does because you're better at being a comedian and you're a little better out of the gate. You kind of know what's funny.
That's true.
You've been on stage. You kind of understand joke structure better, so you can get there a lot quicker. And honestly, I don't think I would have a new hour if I wouldn't have burnt an old one.
Because you need it now.
Yeah, necessity is the mother of invention, I guess. But it was like, it made me really buckle down and be like, hey, gotta find...
Right.
And honestly, I was sick of a lot of that old stuff. And I feel like my act is better now. I feel like the new stuff is better than the old stuff. I feel like I've grown. Probably because, you have all those old jokes that work, but you don't really update them. So you're kind of telling a joke that is reflective of where you were at in year 3 or 4 of your comedy, as opposed to where you're at in year 10. So I found that after I got over the fear and I knew that it was going to come out and I had to get to work, that I have a better product and I feel better. I feel like it forced my hand to be creative and be more productive in the writing department. So you may find that too. Get it?
Those are all good. The part that stuck out to me was like, I'm better now than I was when I wrote all those jokes. So even if it doesn't do well on stage, I have the skills to be like not scared or to fix it by saying, I thought that was going to be a little bit funnier than it was,
Absolutely.
Which always gets a laugh or,
Sure.
Let's moving on.
You know how to walk the tightrope in front of an audience better. To where if the material doesn't hit right out of the gate like you want it to, it's not gonna totally wrecking ball your whole set.
I'm not going to be canceled.
You will not be canceled.
I'll not be written off by Hollywood.
Hollywood, nice try.
Nice try, Hollywood.
Sure, she said some racially insensitive stuff. So what?
Not true.
Not true. She thought it. She didn't. She's a very nice person. That was my career going in that dumpster. The guy was rolling up my old jokes and throwing them in there.
Thus the blood. Well, I do thank you kindly for coming by storage today.
I'm excited. This is awesome. Thanks for having me.
I'm really, really appreciative of you coming by and sharing yourself with us.
Sharing means caring.
Sharing means caring. And with that, I'm going to play the theme song. You can do whatever you want during it. You can go to sleep. You can
power down.
Sing down, sing up, sing down, sing along, or you can just leave.
Did you make this?
Brett Boone official did.
I let a fart, a stinky fart.
No.
That's the smell going up.
All righty. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.